Hello and welcome to Online Appliance Tech. Today we're going to show you how to replace the inverter on a GE washer, but first we're going to put it in diagnostic mode. Hold the start button and turn the knob 7 times towards its right. Let go of the start button and the display will blink. Then you'll turn the knob once towards its right, and this is test mode 1, so we'll press the start to pull up any error codes. Error code 3 indicates locked rotor motor. So at this point we're going to go to test 14. So at test 14, we'll press start and the tub should rotate towards its right and left. So we got the counterclockwise, but it also should turn clockwise. So as you can see here, it turns counterclockwise, but not clockwise. So this goes with the error code 3 and indicates that the inverter is bad. So if you're failing these tests, more than likely it's your inverter. We will leave a video at the end of this video, as you can see on the upper left-hand side. This way you can disassemble the video to replace this inverter. So for now, I would just go ahead and watch this video so you can see exactly how or what tools you would need to replace it. So I removed the Phillips screw, and then once I removed that one, you can just pull this forward. Definitely make sure you unplug it. So it has 2 grooves, actually one in the front and the back of this inverter that slides into the housing of the machine, as you'll see here in a moment. So unfortunately you will have to remove this inverter out to replace it. So you'll disconnect this motor harness, which comes from the inverter. It has 2 little clips that you press down and you just wiggle it off.
If you need appliance parts for a repair, Online Appliance Parts Hub offers OEM compatible components for major brands with fast US shipping. Check the description below for the link.
Then behind here you actually have a little clip that clips into the basket itself. So I try to use these needle nose to press it in to push it out, and I tried another pair of needle nose and it just didn't work. So I just ended up clipping it off, as you'll see here. So if you end up using little wire snips like this, you can actually zip tie this back to the basket itself if you like, but I was actually able to put this one back where it goes once I took it off. So it's good to have a couple of zip ties with you. You can also use your snips to cut this wire that's holding this harness to the motor. Just make sure you don't cut the wire behind it, so be very careful. But you will have to remove this to pull the inverter out. Also, you have to disconnect this zip ties it towards or to the housing, so this way you can go ahead and slide this inverter out, because to replace it you have to take this plastic cover off. And you can't take it off from the top, you actually have to start from the bottom, as I'll show you here in a moment. So here's the top, or here's the bottom where it actually comes off, but if you try to take it off from the top, let me show you. We'll try this. So it's pretty much clipped in there, so there's no way to do this from the top. So you always have to start from the bottom. And you can actually use your fingers. And also, before you pull this apart, well, even here on the sides, you can't even take it apart here, so definitely at the bottom. But you have to cut these zip ties, so you can take a pair of wire snips, or small ones, like, where did I put them? Oh, these. Just make sure you don't cut the harness once you snip them, so be very careful. So after removing the two zip ties, you can see it comes off fairly simple. So this inverter, let me see, you have a couple of screws in here, but these capacitors here, just make sure you don't touch these guys, and you'll just remove all these harnesses. So when removing the harnesses, you just press in these little clips and pull out. So you wiggle. So yeah, they have little clips, and you just press them and wiggle out. And just make sure you don't pull up with the wire in itself. Make sure you grab the whole plastic harness clip itself, because you don't want to yank a wire out. So now you're going to remove these 4 tiny Phillips screws. This way you can remove the inverter. So you can use your drill or a hand tool, wherever you prefer. So to remove this inverter from the housing, it has a little clip here on the top. You just press in and the inverter will slide right out. So basically, if you was going to install a new inverter, you would just basically put it in the same way you took it out, just the opposite. So you'll put it in a down angle, clip it in, move all the harnesses out of the way, and then press down where it clips into the housing, which holds the inverter. You'll take your 4 Phillips screws, and you can just put those back where they go. Just don't be too tight. If you use a drill, it might be even safer to use a hand tool after all. So now we will reconnect all of our harnesses. You can't mess these up, they can only go one way. So just make sure they're clipped into place real well. So now we'll just place the cover back on. So we'll start from the top and then go down towards the bottom and just clip it in, press it in, I would say. And then it's good to have a couple of zip ties. That way you can zip tie this back to the inverter cover itself. Just don't tighten them up too tight. So now we're going to reconnect the motor harness and so forth. So we'll just slide this in the best and easiest way without dropping it or banging it around, I would say. So we'll line it up to the bottom housing where it slides in the 2 grooves. And once you line it up, you'll press it straight back. That way you can line that Phillips screw into place where you can screw it in, which you'll see here in a moment. So let's go ahead and connect the harness. Make sure that's all the way pressed in. And sorry for the angle, there's just a hard spot to get a camera into. So let's press this back into the motor harness. And if you have to check your motor, I actually will leave a video at the end too. I'll show you the what the windings should read and so forth, if you're good with a multimeter. So once you get this all connected, your ground wire hooked back up, once again you'll just slide this into the bottom housing. Let me see if I can get you a better view. And then once you got it pressed down into the metal housing, I would say, slide it straight back. And this way your Phillips screw should line right up. like this. There we go. So you can hand tighten it at first, or you can then use a ratchet or so forth. And just make sure that's nice and snug. So yes, check out this video if you want to learn how to disassemble this machine. If you need parts, you can check out in the description below at Online Appliance Parts Hub. It will link you to this inverter and other parts you may need. And if this video was helpful, please like and subscribe for more future tips and videos. Thank you and have a good day.